Hello, it's Paul from SaltCreekLife.com. Today I'm out standing next to a stock trailer. Now stock trailers are a little different. Different trailers are used for different things on the farm. This is used to haul cows, horses, pigs, in my case mainly cattle. You see it has closed in sides to keep the cows from getting out. Heavy rails you can stand on. The back door, I'll show you this here in a second. It's made to swing open. It also has a sliding door. Let me take you for a little tour around the trailer. This is a pretty standard jack on a gooseneck trailer. It has a single jack. Some have two. It'll handle more weight. You wouldn't want to unhook this from a truck loaded with cattle. But you'll notice it's a little different down here at the bottom. You pull this pin out and the spring-loaded part will actually pop up. It keeps you from having to crank so far. Once it's hooked on the truck and you raise it far enough for that jack to clear the ground, you can just pull the pin and the jack will pop up about a foot, and that'll save you from having to use this thing quite so much. Now probably the most important part of the trailer is the hitch up front. This is a gooseneck hitch. It hooks into the middle of the bed of the pickup. Makes it a little easier to get turned around. Behind that you have your plug-in. This hooks into the back of your truck, into your wiring. It runs your lights on your trailer and your brakes. You also have a brake controller, so if something were to break free, the brakes actually lock up on this trailer. Let's take a look at the front here. You'll see there's a storage door, spare tires. If you're going on an overnight trip, you can put other things you needed up there. A couple of vents on the sides. And if you notice, this is a little nicer trailer. It's a little older trailer, but it's got some features not all have. Underneath here, there's doors for ventilation. This one is closed. If you were running in the wintertime, you wouldn't want a lot of cold air going over the cows, or if you had younger calves, you wouldn't want them getting a lot of cold air. And this one's open. That allows the air to flow through. In the summertime when it's hot, it gives a little better ventilation. Now going down the side of the trailer, you can see it has some loops on the side if you need to tie off horses, or let's say you're taking cows that are trained to lead to the fair. You have a couple places you can tie them off. Most trailers of this size are tandem axle, 16-inch wheels. You don't want to miss this. This releases your center gate from the outside, and I'll show you the center gate here in just a second. Let's work our way to the back. And of course we've got our lights, which you must have to be legal on the highway. The back door I was discussing before. This back door will either swing open, or you can release a pin here and slide the door as such. Now if you backed up to a small hole and you wanted to load the cows out, you could do it like that. Or if you had a larger chute you wanted to load out of, you can release this handle and swing the whole door open. And that leaves a wide open shot into the back of the trailer. Now you'll notice on the floor there's some old hog panels stapled down in here. And the fact is, manure is slippery. So if you're not using sand or something like that, cows and calves can slip and hurt themselves. So it's always a good idea to use something, like I said, sand, maybe some panels, something they can keep their footing with. Now let's look at the center gate. Let's say I had smaller calves I didn't want to get squished by putting them with cows. There's a center gate, and we can push this shut, latching stuff into the front and making two compartments, one in the front, one in the back. Many of these have a sliding gate in them. This one doesn't. Sliding gate allows you to sort while you're inside the trailer, and it's got a pretty easy release on it to let them back out. Now looking at the front of the trailer, you can see the vent door is open, like I said. Up there I've got a couple spare tires in the storage area. A little better view in there if we can see. And something most livestock trailers have here in the front is another door. This is known as the escape door. So if something were to happen and someone get in trouble in here, they do have another way to get out. This is not usually used for loading cattle or unloading cattle. Once in a while I've had to do that, but as you can see, by reaching through this door, tripping that open, I have made myself another way out in case I need it. Now back outside, we'll take a look at the other side. Here's a place for your spare tire, which of course I have a hole in one of mine, so that's getting repaired right now. You see the inside gate here. This is where you'd push to close your center gate. Sturdy panels on the side to keep the cows in. This is your escape gate here on the side, and we're back to the front. Well, I hope that gives you a better idea of what's required to move cattle and livestock around the farm. I think that's about everything you need to know about this piece of equipment. And today I've been outstanding by a livestock trailer.